Lois Griffin has had some wild moments in Family Guy.
Hey, you up for a little NAFTA?
What's that?
Another afternoon fucking that ass.
Some of them are messy, some are shocking, and all of them prove her love life is far from simple. These are more times Lois cheated on Peter. Let's start the show. In Season 5, Episode 13, Lois tries to confront Bill Clinton about the bad influence he has on Peter, but the moment she steps into his house, the situation flips into something she never planned and never admits out loud. The Secret Service shows up at the Griffin house because Bill Clinton's limo has a flat tire. The car is loaded with heavy party guests and Bill needs help. Peter just hit the gym once, so he thinks he is strong enough to lift the whole car by hand.
Peter!
Oh my God! Call an ambulance!
Peter grabs the limo frame and tries to lift it with terrible form. His back snaps instantly and he drops to the ground screaming. The next cut is Peter in a hospital bed acting like he won a prize instead of injuring himself over a tire. Bill visits Peter to apologize.
Wow, Bill Clinton! Hey, can I get a picture of you on my cell phone?
Sure.
They start talking and connect strangely fast. By the time Bill leaves, they already feel like best friends. That one hospital visit leads to a full routine of childish outings and lazy days together.
You can have me.
Ew.
Soon, Bill pulls Peter into a lifestyle of snacks and games. They go to Chuck E. Cheese, they prank call Cleveland. They get high, they almost eat a whole pig together. Peter acts younger and dumber every day, and Lois watches him fall apart.
Peter, that former President Clinton is nothing but a bad influence. I forbid you to hang out with him anymore.
No way!
Lois finally snaps and decides to confront Bill herself. She goes to his house planning to be firm. Bill speaks softly and steps closer while Lois tries to stay focused. She does not walk away when she should.
What the hell was I thinking? I don't know what came over me. Oh God, what am I gonna do?
Peter arrives at Bill's place later and finds Lois with him. She panics, trying to explain, but Peter does not speak. He walks out hurt, and Lois knows she crossed a line she cannot undo.
You up for a little exit polling?
Are you asking me what I think you're asking me?
Well, that depends on what your definition of the word jizz is.
At home, Lois apologizes repeatedly. Peter is crushed, but refuses her offer to cheat for revenge. He still loves her. Lois sits in the guilt, knowing she caused the biggest damage this marriage has seen yet. In Season 8, Episode 13, Meg brings home the one boyfriend no one expects, and Lois ends up making one of the biggest mistakes of her life. A small insecurity snowballs into a moment she cannot take back. The episode begins with Peter teasing Lois about a single gray hair. Lois laughs it off, but the jab clearly hits her. Before the argument can get worse, Meg makes a shocking announcement. She has a boyfriend, and she wants to bring him over for dinner.
Really, I have a boyfriend. His name is Anthony.
The family braces for disaster, but when Anthony walks in, he is surprisingly normal. He is polite, he is sweet. He compliments Lois by saying she looks like she could be a movie star. Even Peter is impressed, though he cannot resist slipping in a rude joke about her body.
Look, Anthony, trust me, she ain't what she used to be, all right? Once you get those pants off, it's like two sagging pressed hams and a slice of pizza.
Anthony keeps winning everyone over, especially Lois. She cannot stop smiling whenever he talks. When Meg leaves to grab her grandfather, Lois quickly volunteers to keep Anthony company. She tells herself she is just being polite, but the atmosphere shifts fast. Lois nervously asks if her gray hairs bother him. Anthony leans in and tells her he does not see any. Lois breaks and kisses him right away. No hesitation, no thinking.
Mom, I forgot my keys. Do you know where?
Right?
Meg walks in at the worst possible moment. Lois panics and tries to apologize, but only makes it worse by bragging that she could have him if she wanted. Meg fires back, calling Lois old and saying she could never match what she does for Anthony.
You couldn't even imagine the things I do for him. And this isn't about making out. This is about power tools.
The entire scene collapses into hurt and anger. Lois knows she has caused the kind of damage that does not fade quickly. All because of one moment she let insecurity win. In Season 12, Episode 7, Peter goes on tour with Quagmire and disappears for months. While he is chasing music dreams, Lois quietly finds comfort in someone new. Peter and Quagmire form a musical duo and start chasing fame. They head out on tour and leave everyone behind. Lois tries to warn Peter that success is changing him, but Peter fires back with a joke about her age. The fight pushes him to leave even faster.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to choose between music and family.
If I choose family, does it have to be this family?
The duo makes it all the way to national TV. Their stress builds, their creative differences grow. They argue over silly things.
You gonna fart in this airtight booth all night?
It wasn't me.
We're the only two people in here.
While they struggle on the road, Thanksgiving arrives at the Griffin house without Peter. Lois tries to celebrate with the kids when they hear a familiar voice singing outside. It is Peter coming home unexpectedly. But before the family can react, Lois panics and runs upstairs, shouting at someone to leave.
It's been a great 2 months. Meg, keep painting.
Larry disappears from the episode almost instantly. It is clear the relationship was private and emotional. We never learn how deep it went or how they met. The short clip raises more questions than answers. Even though Larry leaves like wind through a door, Lois knows she crossed another line. She hid a boyfriend in her house while Peter was gone, and she hides the truth again the moment Peter walks in. It is one of her most mysterious affairs because we never see the full story. In Season 15, Episode 20, Lois crosses into one of the strangest cheating moments in the entire series. She gets close to Larry, a man who looks exactly like young Peter, and later learns he is Peter's biological son. During Ladies' Night, Lois, Bonnie, and Donna make prank calls for fun. Lois dials Peter, pretending to be a daughter he never met. She says she just wants her father to know she exists. Peter answers with a serious and panicked voice, telling her to never call again.
You've never met me before and probably don't even know I exist, but you're my father.
Lois hears something strange in his tone. The next morning, she follows him across town and sees him enter a clinic. Inside, she learns Peter made a donation years ago, right before he married her. She confronts him directly, and the truth spills out fast.
Okay, but hang on. You were a sperm donor?
Yeah, I'd almost forgotten about it, but
Once the secret is out, Lois convinces Peter to sign a form that allows his donor children to contact him. A few days later, they all arrive.
We're all your children. We came from your semen. Semen.
At a family cookout, Larry is gentle, polite, and careful with his words. When Lois nearly dips into the marinara sauce, he steps in and helps her like he has known her forever. The moment lingers longer than it should, and Lois feels the shift.
I gotta tell you, it's so strange. You look so much like Peter when I first met him.
Larry asks her to get ice cream. Lois agrees. They sit together and laugh until Larry leans in and gently wipes ice cream from her face. Lois freezes. Larry keeps going and slowly licks it off her cheek. Then he kisses her. Lois does not pull away. Lois panics later and tells Brian what happened. She claims she will never let it go further. But Larry visits again and starts massaging her shoulders. Lois hesitates again, but lets him continue. The room gets quiet, and the moment becomes intimate.
Lois, is a president stronger than a king? What the hell?
Oh, Peter.
Things explode when Larry confesses to Peter that he is in love with Lois. Peter and Larry fight violently through the living room. Larry is winning until Lois hits him from behind and drops him to the floor. The moment ends everything.
I was holding my own there.
You were getting beat up.
No, I meant I was holding my own nuts so he wouldn't kick him.
Lois admits the truth to Peter. She kissed Larry and let things go too far because Larry reminded her of the old Peter she fell in love with. She insists she would never leave Peter, but the damage is done. The guilt stays heavy on her face. In Season 11, Episode 6, one tiny insecurity pushes Lois into a full crisis. What starts with a single gray hair turns into parties, short skirts, and Lois trying to hook up with Justin Bieber backstage. Lois walks into a surprise birthday party filled with decorations and excitement. Everything is fun until Peter makes a harsh joke, calling her a plow horse.
What were once two firm, impressive mountain peaks have become a barren, strip-mined, muddy landslide that droops ever downward.
The room falls silent and Lois breaks down in front of everyone. That night, Lois never comes to bed. The next morning, she walks into the kitchen as a brand new version of herself.
Mom, are you okay?
Lois, what's going on?
What's going on, Peter?
Her clothes are younger, her attitude is bold. Peter and the kids stare as she acts like she is decades younger overnight.
Wow, that is awesome, Lois. Your bum looks like an NBA guy's arm. Except it's not paying someone to install a PlayStation in a car.
Lois decides she and Peter should hit the town. They pop pills, ride bulls, paint, graffiti, and even cover up a homeless man's murder. Lois treats it like a second chance at youth, while Peter struggles to keep up with her energy.
Can we leave, Lois?
Actually, we are leaving. We're hitting another insane party across town.
Eventually, Peter is exhausted and heads home. Lois stays out partying without him. At home, the family saw her in Justin Bieber concert.
What's going on? Do we have to get a new mom now?
No, Chris. I'm gonna go get our old mom back.
Lois pushes through security and bribes the guard with frozen yogurt so she can get backstage. She storms into the dressing area, ready to flirt with Justin. She leans in and makes references to Mrs. Robinson, expecting him to fall for her charm. Bieber stares confused as Lois keeps moving closer and trying to seduce him. Before she can take it further, Peter bursts in. He pulls her away from Bieber and tells her to act her age.
No, Peter, I don't want to act my age, and you don't want that either. Otherwise, you wouldn't have called me an old plow horse.
Back home, Lois finally admits she panicked about aging and tried to reinvent herself. Peter tells her he still loves her exactly as she is. Lois calms down and returns to normal, realizing the meltdown took her much further than she ever expected.